Hi, Michelle Cromer.
And I'm Perla Maldonado.
And we are so honored that you're here on our podcast, watching our podcast, Creating a Meaningful Life.
Can you believe summer's over?
I can't believe it. And that means one thing, back to school. And inevitably, I get a great deal of questions about feng shuiing a dorm room. Can you imagine you can feng shui a dorm room?
Well, can't you feng shui a car? Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Yes. And so I'm so grateful to get these questions because it really does maximize the importance of efficiency and success for you if you're a student or if you have a student. So we want to give you 9 tips that you can do in your dorm room. Maybe one lands, maybe a couple land, but let's just see what you think.
Okay. Number 1 is bed placement.
Yeah, bed placement. So you're going to want your bed to be in a strong position, but you want your head to be able to see the door if at all possible, up against the wall. And when you do that we call that the safety position. So that's very important that you are energetically and symbolically safe, which means that carries over into other aspects of your campus life. You're safe.
Okay, which reminds me, number 2 is clear the doorway.
Yeah, you can't have books and trash and all that stuff in front of your doorway. You need to have the doorway open because we need to have that energy flow, that very calming energy. There's going to have to be a back and forth. So just make sure there's nothing distracting or anything about your doorway.
Number 3 is mind the EMFs.
Yeah, EMFs are a big deal, y'all. So if possible, we don't want them next to our head on a nightstand. Put them on the floor, put them in a drawer. But there's a lot of studies being done now that those can really affect our brain. And that's something that we need our brain when we're in college. So make sure that you do something and not have them right next to when you're sleeping.
And 2 of the most important ones that college kids have are computers and phones.
That's right. So just make sure that they're closed, they're off, and they're on the floor.
Number 4 is add living energy.
Yeah, so let's bring in a plant. I love jade plants because their little leaves look like coins, and that means prosperity. And so symbolically, you're having a prosperous dorm life. And so make sure that it doesn't die because we don't want any dead, stagnant energy. Just replace it. But let's bring in some live plants.
Okay. Number 5 is choose uplifting artwork.
Yeah, so you're going to want some artwork that really means something to you. Like, for example, I was a one of my degrees is in finance. And so I had a picture of Wall Street, which I went to work for. Or you can have coins, or you were English.
I was English major and I had Shakespeare up on my wall.
So that's a perfect thing. And if you're an actor, not just an actor, but maybe an actor that does good, like Keanu Reeves. You know how he's such a great actor, but he's also a good heart. And you know what, Perla? I need Keanu Reeves in my bedroom. So,
any excuse.
Something inspirational, something that will inspire you
happy, yeah.
and make you happy.
Okay, 6 and 7 is clutter and trash.
Yeah, so clutter and trash. So you've got to pick up the clutter. Get a bookshelf from Lowe's or at home or whatever, and make sure that you are putting your books and your nooks and all of that off the floor so that it's not stagnant, so that you feel like your information and clarity is coming through you. You're remembering your test, you're remembering the information, you're feeling grounded. Clean up the clutter. And then trash, I know this is going to be horrible, but you'll have to take the trash out every day. Put it in your pockets if you have to, and throw it away at that bend on your way to class.
Okay, number 8 is the bathroom door.
Yeah, so bathroom doors, this isn't just dorm room. Bathroom doors, if you have a door in your bedroom, you've got to make sure it's closed because symbolically all that energy is going down the drain. So let's just say you've studied hard for a test, you're ready to go. We want to make sure that is in you and that you're able to recount that. Just close the door. That's all you got to do. Just close the door. It's very simple. Close the bathroom door.
And 9 is bring in the light.
Yes, that's the last thing. This is my favorite thing. Bring in the light. Bring in that fire, energy, that passion. I like to have a little crystal that I put on the window that has that rainbow, that has all of the colors. It's so calming and yet it's so inspiring just to have that.
If you have a window there.
If you have a window. And you're gonna have a lot of roommates, probably, or one roommate. And don't be concerned about what they're doing. You can just do so much for you. But I guarantee you, if you do 1, 2, 3, 9, all of these, you're gonna feel like you are so much more abundant and successful and prepared and ready. And that doesn't mean you can't go to the library and study, but that means that why wouldn't you want to maximize every possible thing you can to make sure that you have a very successful and wonderful and fun and safe
Yes.
year.